of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I won't always smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin? queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of David Spot.
All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your Saturday Vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, now we're not going to be on here long because it's Saturday, okay? But so anyway, everyone, please get those likes up, okay? Please be sure to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. And as per usual, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Exit stage left, okay? Exit stage left. Don't let the virtual door knob hit you on the way out. All right, hey, Juju, Naja, Desmond's here, 504 Nola, Carl Kilcrease, RG Titan, SEX, Juju is in the house, all hell no. All right. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it. Shout out to everyone in the chat and everyone tuned into the Queen. Y'all know I love me some royals. But hold on, let me just draw attention to something before I get started. Hold on, let me pull this up. Let me see if I can find it first. Hold on, I had a comment. That I wanted to address real quick. Hold on, beloveds. Do I even have it in here? Hold on. Hey, Reggie. Hey, Rashid. Hey, my Egypt RG Titan in the house. Khalid Herleem is here. Okay, y'all know the Queen is petty, honey, but I just have to, it always gets me. It always gets the Queen. I don't mind being corrected when I mess up. I can stand corrected, okay? I don't have a problem with that. But honey, what you shouldn't do ever is try to correct me or anyone else when you don't even know what you're talking about. Well, we're going to get into it. Let me pull up this comment because I know it's on here. Hold on just a second, honey, because somebody tried to correct me yesterday, honey, talking about LOL. We're going to see what LOL is. Please pay attention. Okay, here it is right here. And let me just go ahead and screenshot this and send it to my email so I can talk about it. Because I don't know who some of these people think I am. Okay. I don't know who some of these people think the Queen is. Ray said, ooh, child, something they said. Melanie said, Queen's beam is shining. Thank you, beloved. Honey, they need to leave me alone. See, I just be over here minding my own little old business. I don't know why some people just want to go in on me. Okay? I don't know why they want to do it. Hold on a minute. Here it is. Let's get into it. Okay? So yesterday, for those of you who follow the backup channel, for the rest of you that don't, you're missing out. You need to. Okay, so Nancy said somebody always got something to say, okay? Reggie said, it's the curse of an algorithm versus an allegory. Now here's the thing. So yesterday, for those of you that follow the backup channel, I talked about a story of a viral video of this black woman, okay, Felicia, who had her 12-year-old son. I think he was 12, but nonetheless, she had her son riding in the trunk of her car while the trunk was open, no less. That's just so obtuse, okay? And let's just keep it a book. So anyway, needless to say, she was arrested and went to jail, as she should, because that was just dumb. But anyway, in that story, I made mention of why she had him in the back of the trunk. She wanted him because she said that she goes and picks up donated baby supplies and things of that nature. And so then she said that there was a bassinet, right? She had some things in the back of the trunk. And so one of the things was a bassinet. She had the bassinet in the back seat, in the trunk. And she wanted the little boy to sit back there and hold it so the wind didn't blow it out. First of all, that's crazy because you mean tell me you're more concerned about the bassinet than your son. But here's the thing. And so here's the comment somebody left. Now, I don't know if they were correcting me or the woman. But anyway, just in case. let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, now this is the video. This is what they said. They said bassinet, not bassinet. And I said, beloved, it said bassinet. I've never heard of a bassinet. And then I dropped them a link to Google where they can just go find out what it really is called. Now, so Prime said a lot of these things are nor mother or women. I can't tell what you're really trying to say, beloved. It could be a typo. She still haven't had the baby. She still should have had the baby in the back trunk. Yes, exactly. That was just so stupid. A little boy in the back of the trunk holding on to something like, baby, sit down somewhere. She should have tied it down or put it in the front seat and put the seatbelt across it like I said on yesterday. But Claudette said bassinet is correct. Yes, of course it is. Honey, listen. I raised 2 boys, okay? And I had a bassinet for my older son. I didn't use one for my youngest, but nonetheless, a bassinet, because it looks like a basket. I get it. It looks like it's made from a basket, right? But the correct term is bassinet. So I'm just saying, if you're going to be correcting people, please make sure you know what you're talking about. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to correct someone, just please know what you're talking about. All right? Who do I think I am? Fake Nancy Drew talking about play safe. And like I said, I thought it was just a Freudian slip until she said it like at least 3 or 4 times in the same line when y'all send the clips. Play safe, it's placate, ma'am. Okay, or like wig number 1, who said algorithm rather than allegory. And I also thought that, it was just a Freudian slip until she continuously said it. When you continuously say the wrong word, well, that means you just don't know the correct word to use, or you just don't know how to pronounce said word. Now, if you say it once incorrectly, well, you could have just had a slip of the tongue. I'm just saying. Whew, it is all crazy. Gina said, what the H? Couldn't even say bassinet right and trying to correct the queen. That's all I'm saying, beloved. But anyway, I digress. Just little old me over here trying to mind my own business and get these videos out. But, some people won't let me. Okay, so now let's get into it. Let's talk about Diddy. My favorite subject to go in on. So Diddy and his sons were spotted out just days ago going for some drinks. And this is supposedly the first time he's been spotted in public since all those allegations dropped and everybody was looking at him crazy and knowing that he's clearly exposed. Okay. And anyway, so they went to get some drinks. So I'm going to pull that up. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share.
One over shoulder. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Diddy. All right, brother. Thank you. You guys have a good night.
Fuck daddy.
Yeah.
I find it also interesting. So now he's finally crawled out of the woodwork, no less. I'm going to show y'all something funny in a minute because guess what? I happen to think that Diddy's sons are exactly like him. I think that his sons are exactly like him. Now, likely through no fault of their own, I think he's taught them to be that way. But I think that one, not going to say both, but I definitely think one of his sons is on the DL. I think one of his sons on the DL, and I'll show you why in a minute. But before I do all of that, let's talk about it, because here's the thing. You know how some people be hating on the queen? You know how some people be hating on the queen and trying to act like the queen needs their receipts? Fake Nancy Drew, to be specific. Well, with that all being said, I've been going in on Diddy. And I want you all to pay attention, beloveds, because a lot of things that are just now coming to surface, the queen told y'all years ago, okay? Yes. Okay, I wouldn't dug up those receipts. Now, if you remember, those of you who are my day ones, you remember that at one point, ScrewTube took my channel, you see, and I got it back. So a lot of those videos, well, they didn't get deleted because actually I already had saved them. They did take down some of my videos nonetheless, but I saved a lot of those videos on my Google Drive and on an external drive. So I still have all my receipts. And so those of you who follow me on Patreon or Rumble, I'm going to post some of these videos on there. They have a lot of information that they don't want you talking about on here. Now, with that all being said, here's the thing. There's a video. I have forgotten all about this. But there's a video of Benny Medina's sister, Katrina, exposing Diddy, Will Smith, and Benny Medina. And I did this video when and here's the thing. We all know what Brother Belial said about Will Smith when he was interviewed by Tasha K. I'm sorry, but I had said a lot of that stuff already. Not the specific explicit details that he was privy to. But I already did a whole video talking about all of that, where I talked about Will Smith, Diddy, Chris Stokes, R. Kelly. I did a video talking about all of them. And I just found it when I wasn't even looking for it, mind you. But so I have a clip from that video where Katrina, Benny Medina's sister, is talking about some stuff Diddy did. And in my opinion, she's doing all this because she was upset because Diddy wouldn't give them any money that she clearly needed. Now, the full video, I'll likely post it to my Patreon so you all can see it. But this is a clip from it, and I actually edited it because I kept saying certain things that they don't like you saying on here, okay? That's why I got taken down in the first place. Please pay attention. Now, listen to this. Benny Medina's sister. Now, Benny Medina's own sister outed him. Benny Medina's sister, Katrina Medina, outs Will Smith and Diddy. Okay. These rumors of Benny Medina chopping down Will Smith have been circulating since the 90s. But now, Benny Medina's sister, Katrina, is also outing Benny, Will Smith, and Diddy. These are rumors, and never has someone so close to Benny put him on blast. Or here's the audio, rather.
Hey, you guys, it's Des from Mouthful Ears, and I'm here with Katrina Medina and her son, Quentin, and they have some words for you in regards to Will Smith and Puffy. Let's start with Puffy. Katrina, what's your main problem with him?
I, over the years, was around Puffy during the time that my brother was managing him.
And who's your brother?
Benny Medina. But shortly at the time, Puffy had my son with him, and I wasn't around. The next morning, someone tells me that my son was on TV. And I'm like, what? Nobody called me to ask me if it was okay to put him on TV.
So you never signed any consent form?
Never signed no consent. Furthermore, I've gone to Puffy's people that work for him and have asked him if there was any work or anything that he could do to help my son with his career in terms of music and acting. My son has been recording since he was 9 and been acting since he was 9. He's 22 now. Every time we would try to get in touch with Puff Daddy, he would sneak out the back door, tell his people that he was gone, to tell us that he was gone. I mean, he was like right in the palms of our hands and disappeared.
I remember in middle school, I wrote letters to his office.
We wrote letters to his office.
So technically he owes you money for your son being on BET and has refused to pay.
I strongly feel like I should have been accommodated. That was for the success of what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. With all the money that he has, I strongly feel like, yeah, he owes us. He used my son. Every time he came to town, my son would stop what he's doing. There was times that I had to go snatch my son out of Universal Studios to take him over to Puffy's room to be with him and his kids because his kids didn't have anybody else to play with.
And that is Quincy.
Yeah, Quincy is his nephew. He claims that to be his son. That's his nephew.
And what about Justin?
Justin, yeah.
So you would go and play with Justin. Now, Justin's going to UCLA to play football, so maybe you guys can rekindle that friendship. Now, let's get to Will Smith. What's the basis of him not helping Quentin? Didn't Quentin used to work for his show?
Well, I would say it was work because he entertained his audience, and we did it as a gesture just because my brother was Will Smith's manager, and we would go promoted the tapings, and I was there. It was okay for my son to be on the stage, entertaining the audience. He was having fun doing. That was how he got in touch with what he wanted to do for his own future. Now, your brother Benny Medina, as we all know, is the person who came up with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He gave Will Smith a break. Now he refuses to even give your son a job. He offered him a free internship. A free internship, and here it is. I was telling this man how we need substance, we need work, we're not asking you for any money, but give us some work.
Opportunity to go out and make something happen. Like if you're on the set shooting a movie, get me in. Even if I got an audition, 1-2 lines, get me in. You know what I can bring to the table. I've been doing it since I was 9 years old.
So later on, his office calls and says, we got an internship over here for Quentin Medina. Jana calls and says, we can come and work for free. Now, Jana is James Lasseter's assistant. James Lasseter, who handles all Will Smith's affairs, offers you guys a free internship. Now, well, we got bills over here. We ain't got no food in the house. Barely, surviving off of what we have. And I'm trying to get some work. I got a health condition and it's getting worse. Now, when you had your chemotherapy, did Will Smith, Puffy, any of these people who your brother helped or your son has helped them call you? No one called me. The only one that was there for me when I went to chemotherapy was my son and my neighbors. And I have to really thank God for my neighbors because I couldn't get out the bed. Literally. What do you have to say to Will Smith and Puffy right now?
Well, for one, Puffy, if you out there, you watching this face, man.
You need to step to the plate.
Like I've been knowing you since forever before you even had, your kids. I was around, and I remember I was at the Beverly Hills Hilton Hotel, and you would walk in while I'm taking, like I'm in the bathroom with my own. You know what I'm saying? Like it was that type of family orientation. You know what I'm saying? We were that close. When he was performing for Come With Me, the Godzilla movie, and he was tired and he was exhausted. He didn't want to, perform that performance. He looked at me and said, "This is dedicated to you," and he nailed it. So those little meaningful things like that, that shows that he shouldn't forget about things like that. Like, when he got his start on Hollywood Boulevard, if you remember, Bob, I was the one that hit you on the shoulder. That's me, Quentin Medina. Yeah, when he got a start, we went up there to try to see him, and we couldn't even see him. And every time we tried to get in touch with him, we got to run around. I wrote letters to New York, to his office out there, Bad Boy Production Company, several times. I made calls several times. He never called us back. He never did anything. But when my brother was managing him, he promised me that he was going to help me with my son, and he never did. And this is how weird it is. That's the same thing with him. Contact us because he would literally call on my cell phone. Like, Katrina, can you bring Quentin over? Yeah. To drop him off at my house to go play with Puff. Mace would be there. 6 o'clock in the morning. Big house. We would drop all.
Now, I have something to say about this, people. Doesn't this all sound so just a bit crazy? First off, so let me say this, people. Did you all notice some of the things that her son was saying and her as well? She said that she used to take her son and leave him with Puffy. And then her son says that he was in the bathroom. He'd be in the tub with his uncle. First of all, why is your son in the tub with his uncle? And then Diddy would just come in the bathroom. He also said that when Diddy didn't feel like performing and he was tired, he'd come and tell him, "This is dedicated to you," and go out there and nail it. And then she said if he told him he loved him, why is he acting like this now? Wait a minute. You didn't think there was anything wrong with him telling your son he loved him, with him walking in the bathroom with him? And why is your son in the tub with your brother, a grown man? Who does that? That's for number one. And for number two, did you hear when they said she used to drop her son off and say her brother would call her and say, "Can you bring whatever her son's name is over here to play with Diddy? Come over to play with Diddy." Why is a kid going to play with a grown man? And you heard him. He said this was before Puff had his kids. This was before he had his kids. So no, he wasn't just going over to play with the kids. And they specifically said, "Can you bring him over here to play with Diddy?" Now, for those of you who remember that video that came out years ago when Diddy was, Kevin Hart was recording Diddy and Usher in Diddy's bedroom. And remember when Diddy said, yeah, he said when Usher was younger, he used to come over here and spend the night. And he said we'd wrestle over the cornflakes in the mornings. And then he tried to clean it up after he realized what he said. Wrestle over cornflakes. Usher was a kid. What are you doing wrestling with him? But I'm going to tell you something. These demons. Okay? Isn't R. Kelly an elite? Let me turn that off, beloveds, okay? Now the volume went mute because I was going in. And that stuff that I was saying, can't say it on here. That's why they took the video down last time. So anyway, I muted all of that. But here's the thing. RG Titan said, Umar voice. Y'all don't find that suspicious. Okay. My Egypt said, this hot mess mother looking at money and fame, son groomed by uncle, son of her. Yeah, why is your son, lady? You didn't think it was strange that your brother had your son in the tub with him? Now, like I said, I'm going to post that video on Patreon for those of you who follow me on Patreon, because in that video, I also broke down what was exposed when Dwayne Martin and Tisha Campbell went through their divorce, okay? And some other stuff. So anyway, this is all crazy. And I also was talking about how this stuff, the same thing I've been telling you all recently that I heard fake Nancy Drew copying, talking about, oh, I think this is more than about money, it's about power. And she clearly got that from me, but she wants to make it look like I copied her. Yeah, I said that even back then on that video. This video is 4 years old. I'm sorry, this video is 4 years old. So that all being said, let's continue. Because now I want you all to see. Hold on. I'm trying to think. When did I do that video? Did I do that video yesterday? Okay, so listen. I'm going to show you all a TikTok that I did. Now, the whole thing with those federal documents, the FBI documents about Tupac's death, we're going to get back into that on Monday. Okay? But I just wanted to get into this today. But I did a TikTok. And, you know, I want you all to remember that Kanye said that Diddy was a Fed. Okay? So let's get into it. Matter of fact, I don't need to play that TikTok. I'm going to play this. Hold on. I think I have that uploaded on here. Yeah, I'm going to play this video. And this is 2 different occasions when Kanye called Diddy a Fed. And he also had supposedly leaked some text messages between him and Diddy when they were going at it. This was on Joe Budden's podcast.
How this and the Kardashians kidnapped my daughter in public, and I didn't have the address to my child. None of these niggas that want to say something
Travis
now.
Gave you the address, though, right?
Travis gave me the address. Right. But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a because you can't shoot nobody anyway, and the reason why you got talk is because you did a deal. Fed.
Green. You know, Puff will put his hands on him. He the pastor. Yo. He might catch him. That'd be hilarious.
We won't know. We won't see it.
No, we'll know. We might not see it.
We might not see it.
We'll hear about it. Depending on how it go. If it go good for
Puff.
Puff.
Think it's gonna
For the people that do not know, Kanye West has made the public privy to text messages between him and Puff,
where he's really, really disrespectful.
Because Puff was rightfully so knocking the White Lives Matter t-shirt.
Indeed.
But that ain't my version of what happened, because he didn't go in the Breakfast Club and knock the White Lives Matter.
He didn't.
He went on Instagram and did.
Knocked it, or he gave an opinion?
But he went on the Breakfast Club first.
He went on the Breakfast Club.
And he was asked about it. Mm-hmm. And what did he say? Some shit like he
gave an opinion, but he gave an opinion from a real objective standpoint. Like, he didn't do what most niggas did. Yeah, I love him. This is from love. Blah,
sure.
You know Puff with the political
So then
correction.
he left there, and I'm positive that somebody hit his phone and said, "We not jacking that. This is what's going on with this." You know, niggas be needing to get a download of everything that's happening, like we do when we come in here.
Yeah.
I'm sure Puff got that download. And then he went on Instagram and said, "We not jacking none of that Kanye shit. It's disruptive." He was more in depth. He was more opinionated. He stood more firm. And nah, we don't rock with that. And now we have the shitstorm of
That's
text
what he said. We not
messages.
wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah. I saw a clip.
And that's how we get here with these
dog.
these text messages. Let me see if I could find them so I can read them.
But even with that, we want the OGs to be OGs.
For sure.
Puff is being an OG.
Here we go.
He is.
This starts at Kanye. I didn't like our combo. I'm selling these teas. Nobody gets in between me and my money. This is my grandfather texting you now. Never call me with no bullshit like that again unless you're ready to green light me. Because anybody who got on that T is me. Out of respect for everything you've meant to me, I'll be quiet as Virgil. But now I know how I've hurt people I love with threats. Come do something illegal to me now, please. To that, Puff says...
Man, what?
Puff says, as soon as I land, we'll meet face to face. Send me an address. To which Kanye says, nigga, fuck.
I'm on my way.
You fed. To which Puff replies, nigga, send me an address. Let's stop playing these internet games. And don't feel threatened. You'll be fine. Just love. To which Kanye says, this ain't a game. I'm going to use you as an example to show the people that told you to call me that no one can threaten or influence me. I told you this was war. Now go and get you some business.
So he didn't send him the address though.
So he posted,
and then he posted the
he
conversation.
posted the conversation.
That already, when you're dealing with someone like Puff, is like,
and his caption was Jesus is love or something like that. And underneath in the comments, Puff wrote, see you soon.
Exclamation point.
See,
that's the download for you guys.
Now look, where Ye is sitting there saying, calling Puff saying you're fed. Nigga, you playing police games? That's what you doing.
Come and do something illegal.
Come
to
do
me.
something
Yeah,
illegal
word.
to me. You're threatening me. Like this sound like I'm compiling evidence.
I'm
This is exhibit
giving
A,
you
B,
guys the whole tea.
Mm-hmm.
So when he
So the
comes and
second you-
smacks the fire out my face,
Here you
y'all
go.
know what happened. Yo, you knew he did need to get stole. Jordan Poole needed to steal. He did. It was shout to Draymond. Because that's what they do.
I love a good come around.
No, that's what they do now. All these young niggas, they be talking shit. They come from the internet generation, and I'm always
but
saying,
Kanye's not young. He just
he acts like
young.
he acts like one of them.
He does.
He's an attention-starved child, my nigga. He acts like them. Even for you to put the conversation out publicly that you having with Puff.
Word.
That right there is
Puff.
It's
I'm
already a violation.
I'm just looking for attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog.
We getting closer and closer to that Count Rushmore. Y'all think Joe be playing? Joe be right about a lot of shit, yo.
I mean, he might need it for him. Like, he's wilding.
I don't know what's up with him, man.
Oh, another car accident.
You got to do this when you say the car accident.
What?
Car accident. Yeah, you got to do it that way.
Little bat.
Oh, hip hop and these conspiracies. Well, all right. So come on.
What's your take?
Yo, Ish, why do you keep trying? Listen, I don't have a take. Shoot. What do we think is going to happen to Kanye when Puff finds him? Come on, let's just start guessing shit.
I mean,
you think they'll go to dinner? Start with something nice? A Chardonnay?
No. I think Puff without saying names,
Puff be putting his hands on niggas.
Quick.
Yeah, Puff put his hands on.
Allegedly.
I know of no such thing.
I thought we was pot.
It's a conspiracy.
We are.
It's a theory.
Safely.
We're not indicting people.
Puff put his hands on niggas.
Well, niggas told us Puff put his hands on them.
There you go.
So put it that way.
So,
niggas themselves have said
but Kanye might be the nigga to sue.
So?
Yeah, all right. Yo, sometimes you just be like, I got that.
You want that in ones?
Ain't the name of the new Ciroc Passion? Nah, you're going to talk to him with passion.
Nah.
A little passion fruit coming his way.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Little pow.
You're going to slide him.
Listen,
Little pow.
Wait, and Kanye talking shit to Boosie, too.
Excuse me? Boosie who?
Badass.
Okay.
Kanye walking around with 6'9" niggas look like mountains. Nobody gonna get them.
If there's one person that I wouldn't speak to that way, it's Puff.
pay attention to how hard they were caping for Diddy. And also, at the end, Joe said if there's one person he wouldn't talk slick to or talk crazy like that to, is Puff. They're scared of him. Okay, the one guy, Ish, kept talking about, I think that was Ish, kept talking about how Diddy puts hands on people. He said it at the very beginning, that Diddy be putting hands on ninjas like a pastor. They are really scared of him. Maybe that makes sense. Okay, yeah, y'all see that? So now here's the thing. They said that Kanye was playing Fed games because he was talking about come and do something illegal to me. No, they read that wrong. They read that wrong. Because when Kanye saying now come do something illegal to me, he's like, yeah, because he knows that's what Diddy does. He knows that's Diddy's MO. When he gets into it with somebody, he'll have something illegal done to you because he knew that he was protected. Okay, allegedly. So that's what I think Kanye was saying, but Kanye wasn't scared of him. And he called him a Fed again, okay? He called him a Fed again. So I'm sorry, you think he's just saying that? You think he's just saying that? Yeah, Stephen said he's a gatekeeper. Yeah, he was. He's no longer. They don't need him anymore now. He's done. This is the beginning of his undoing, okay? He's going down. And this is what always happened. Do you all know who else? Now, Diddy, according to Kanye, is a Fed. We don't know that he is or not, but I absolutely think that he is. Okay, but hold on. Because here's the thing. You all remember this person who was in the hip-hop industry for years, and they were a Fed for years. I covered this last year. Please pay attention. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmadiyyah Shakur. The former member of Fugees, the rap group, Pras, has admitted to being a whole informant working with and for the FBI. Let's get into it. So Pras seems to have gotten himself into quite a bit of trouble. So October of 2022, they said he was going to be federally charged with a money laundering scheme. And then March of 2023, the feds got upset because they said that he'd actually leaked documents to Bloomberg, which had something to do with the jury pool. So that's jury tampering. And there's another charge. And then also in March, he was pleading with the judge to delay the trial. Okay, like he didn't want to face those consequences, I guess. But let's continue. Interestingly enough, Pras decided to testify in his own trial, which most people don't do when they stand accused because they don't want to say the wrong things. Okay, pay attention. He said that he received $20 million for a photo op that a Malaysian businessman by the name of Joe Low wanted to get a picture with Obama. And that's why he says he received that $20 million. That all sounds sketchy to me. Who's paying all of that cash for a photo? I'm just saying, I don't care if it was Obama. That's crazy. Now, Pras pleaded not guilty to conspiracy and falsifying records, and those charges were tied to Joe Low, the Malaysian businessman. Now, the financier, Joe Low, is accused of stealing $4.5 billion from Malaysia's 1MDB wealth fund. That's a whole lot of cash. Now, he's named as a co-defendant in this case, but he's currently a fugitive, okay? He's on the run, and looks like he's left Pras to take the fall all by himself. They say that Pras pocketed millions by helping Low run foreign influence campaigns against the U.S. government under both Obama and Trump's administrations. He's also accused of funneling money from Low to Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign, as well as lobbying Trump's administration to drop an investigation into Low and extradite Chinese billionaire Guo Wengui. Leonardo DiCaprio even took the stand against Pras on Monday and testified to the jury that he and his team vetted a billionaire who was accused of stealing millions of dollars, one of the Wolf of Wall Street investors. They're saying that this person likely donated to the making of that film. Now, DiCaprio said that he was well aware that Low was a prodigy in the business world, but at the same time, he still had his representatives and attorneys vet him to make sure that the financing was legit and that it was good to go and safe to take. DiCaprio also said that he remembered Lowe saying that he was going to donate $20 to $30 million to the 2012 campaign, which Obama was at the top for the Democratic ticket. He said he remembered saying, wow, that's a lot of cash. Jeff Sessions even had to testify, and he said he didn't recall ever even meeting Pras. I'll bet he didn't. And Pras is being charged with conspiring to make illegal campaign contributions using foreign money, as well as witness tampering and failure to register as a foreign agent of the Chinese government. International espionage, anyone? Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Ahmadiyyah Shakur. A federal court has found Pras of the Fugees guilty on all 10 counts, including conspiracy and acting as an unregistered agent for a foreign government. Let's get into it. Pras was accused of funneling money from the Malaysian financier Joe Low for Barack Obama's 2012 election campaign, and also trying to stop a Justice Department investigation into Joe Low and trying to influence an extradition case on behalf of China under the Trump administration. Now, this scandal spanned 2 presidencies, okay, pay attention. And Pras claimed that the money that he donated to the campaigns, that was his own money. He said that it was his own money, that he absolutely did not get any of that from Joe Low, or he didn't donate the money on behalf of Joe Low, and that he didn't know that what he was doing was illegal. Okay, he's claiming that he didn't know any of this. I don't believe it, however, and if he's such a rat, I have to ask, did he perhaps rat on Lauryn Hill? Because remember, Lauryn Hill went to prison for 3 months and then had 3 years of house arrest, or 3 months of house arrest, after she was charged with tax evasion, okay? They said she owed over like $1 million in her taxes. I'm just wondering if he had anything to do with that. You can't put anything past these paid informants, okay? Pay attention. Now, 50 Cent spoke out about it and said that he knew all along that Pras was a rat. He says that's why he's glad that he didn't F with this fool. I have questions, 50 Cent. You mean to tell me that you knew that Pras was a rat the whole time? I'm just saying I have questions, because he says he knew Pras was a rat all along, but he didn't know that 6ix9ine was a rat. Okay, Tekashi was a whole rat himself, and he was fooling with him. He did a song with him and everything, but you said that's why you didn't fool with Pras. 50 Cent, please sit down somewhere, okay? Prosecutors said that after Trump's election, Pras took millions of dollars, okay, to try to halt an investigation into Low's allegations of bribery and also money laundering. His attorneys are now saying that they're very disappointed and that they're going to absolutely appeal this. Prosecutors also say that Pras got paid very nicely to try to persuade the U.S. to send a government critic back to China who was accused of crimes there. Now, mind you, Pras did all of this without registering as a foreign agent, okay? And you may be asking yourselves, you know, if he was working with the feds, if he was working for the government, why is he now facing 20 years? Why was he convicted? Well, it's easy. You see, he was a double agent. He was not only working with and for the U.S. government, but he was working with and for China's government. So that's a whole double agent. I mean, who did he think he was? James Bond, Agent 007? Okay? This is international espionage, like I said before. Pay attention. Now, the Malaysian businessman Joe Low maintains his innocence, but he's on the run nonetheless. So if he's so innocent, why are you running? I have questions. Okay, they all need to sit down somewhere as far as the Queen is concerned. Honey, these people are clearly nefarious. Okay, I don't have time to be throwing on rocks and no penitentiary. All right? And see, here's the thing. This just goes to show that you can be a federal agent, a federal informant all you want. But as soon as you cross them, you're going to get federal time. Okay, please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, let's get into it. Because here's the thing. Here is the thing. So we have already established, when I was reading you all the legal documents that have been amended and all of that, we've already found that Faheem Muhammad, who was Diddy's head bodyguard, also was the head bodyguard or head of security for Michael Jackson. And he was the head of security for Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson passed away. And then this young man did a video, a TikTok video, which many people have shared, about how he was young when he started work for Michael Jackson. Well, I find it all very interesting because that video, the credit for putting it all together has been given to Candace Owens, so please pay attention. But with that all being said, I did a video of my own because it's one thing that young man missed. Seems like everybody missed it. Okay, so I'm going to pull up my TikTok. Everyone, please like and share. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this. Because as I saw this whole thing unfolding, I said, wait a minute. You know what? This is all suspicious. All right, it reminded me of something that we've all seen before. Okay, so here we go. I just did this a few minutes ago before I came on live, but I want you all to pay attention and tell me this doesn't all add up. Okay, you know how I be connecting dots and putting the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle together. I'm Dr. Ahmadiyyah Shakur. Now that we know that Diddy's bodyguard and head of security, Faheem Muhammad, was also Michael Jackson's head of security, well, that reminded me of something that nobody seemed to have caught. Let's get into it. Now we know that Faheem Muhammad graduated college in 2008 and began working for Michael in 2009, which would make him pretty young. But also, I thought it was interesting because his degree was a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration with a concentration in real estate and marketing. I'm sorry, what does that have to do with being the head of security? But let's continue. We also know that he was on the scene when Michael Jackson passed away because he actually testified at Dr. Conrad Murray's trial.
Mr. Muhammad, I want to take your attention back to June of 2009. At that time, where did you work?
For Michael Jackson, sir.
Okay. And what did you do for Michael Jackson in June 2009?
I worked his security for him.
I'm sorry?
I worked security for him, security.
Okay.
Now, in the short time span that he worked for Michael, Michael turns up deceased. You don't find that a little bit suspicious? Because I do. But let's continue. I find this all very interesting because you see, Faheem Muhammad reminds me of the man in this picture. And you may wonder who this is. Well, I'm so glad you asked. You see, this is Eugene Roberts, also known as Gene Roberts. He was Malcolm X's bodyguard and head of security. Now, this is the man who infiltrated, and he was on the scene when Malcolm passed away. Please pay attention. And there you can see Eugene Roberts highlighted in yellow while Malcolm X is on the stage at the Audubon Ballroom on the day that he was assassinated. And it says, a man who doubled as a detective for the police force managed to infiltrate the security detail of the organization Afro-American Unity, founder Malcolm X, and the B Panther Party. So he infiltrated both Malcolm and the other organization. Please pay attention. This is all so nefarious. Now, both of these men work for high-profile people who lost their lives, and both of them were present when these men lost their lives, and both of them were very young when they, in fact, started working for them. Okay, I find it all very interesting. I think Faheem Muhammad is someone who infiltrated Michael Jackson's security detail, just as Eugene Roberts also infiltrated the B Panther Party and Malcolm X's security detail. Please pay attention. Let's also not forget that Kanye West has called Diddy a fed on more than one occasion, okay? And let's not forget also that he dropped those text messages where he was going in on Diddy, and he called him a fed in the text messages as well. And at the end of the day, didn't Kanye also tell us that they'll send people onto you, they'll send people into your lives, people that you're just working with or you have around you, and these people will absolutely be used to gather intel and information. And remember Kanye's former trainer, Harvey Pasternak, who I believe was allegedly a Canadian intelligence. And Kanye posted the text messages between them where he was threatening to have him institutionalized again. He said, I'm going to help you in one of a couple of ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words and everything is discussed based in fact and not some crazy stuff that a dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second, I'll have you institutionalized again where we medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. And Kanye also alleged that Harvey Pasternak even followed him out of the country, trying to keep tabs on him clearly. This is what handlers do. Please pay attention. Now, I'm not saying that Diddy's working with the feds or that he in fact ever was, but I'm saying that I think it's absolutely a possibility because let's not forget Pras from the Fugees. Yeah, we found out he was a whole federal informant. Please pay attention. All right, that's all I'm saying. So it's a whole lot of shady stuff going on here. Now, that man, Faheem Muhammad, was on the scene when Michael passed away. Y'all don't find that suspicious? Because I clearly do. Okay? And he was talking about how Michael's children... Hold on, here it is right here. Let's get into it. Witness, Michael Jackson's children found his dead body. Other testimony reveals doctor waited to call the ambulance. Now, on the second day of trial of Michael Jackson's doctor... Second day of the trial of Michael Jackson's doctor testified that the singer's children found him after he had died from an overdose of the sedative propofol. Faheem Muhammad, the former chief of Jackson's security team, testified that the star's oldest children had reacted in horror when discovering their father's dead body. Now, here's the question. Why was he the chief of security when he couldn't have had any experience? He literally graduated college 2008. Became Michael's bodyguard, head of security, chief of security in 2009. And pay attention, Michael died just months later. Now, he testified that the star's oldest children had reacted in horror when they discovered their father's dead body. Saying that Paris was on the ground, balled up, crying, and Prince, he was just standing there. He had a real shocked he looked real shocked, just slowly crying. He had this look on his face. This is what Muhammad said in court. So anyway, another witness called to the stand claimed that Dr. Conrad Murray, the physician charged with involuntary manslaughter in the King of Pop's death, called Jackson's assistant before calling an ambulance. And the witness alleged the doctor had attempted to hide evidence of the singer's drug use. Now, here's what we do know. Conrad Murray took the fall for that, of course. But who was there with Michael Jackson when all this stuff went down? Okay, who was in there? Who was in there? I just find it all interesting. Like I said, that this man, Faheem Muhammad, was on the scene when Michael passed away, just like Eugene Roberts was on the scene when Malcolm passed away. And here's another thing, too. When Eugene Roberts was on the scene when Malcolm got shot, he pretended that he was giving Malcolm mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, but he was really suffocating him, allegedly. Did y'all hear that? Pretended that he's trying to save Malcolm's life, like he's trying to resuscitate him, but the word is that he was allegedly suffocating him. Now, I find it all so interesting. So, I'm sorry, but pay attention to how they get someone who looks like us to infiltrate us. And I absolutely believe that Diddy and this man are both working with the feds. That's just my opinion. I can't substantiate any of it, but that's what I think. That's absolutely what I think. That's what I think. Rick said, I heard all the phones were disconnected too the night before. I wouldn't be surprised. Pride once said, it doesn't surprise me what these people in entertainment would do for dirty ace money. Exactly. And let me tell you all another fact that we're going to talk about further in detail on Monday. You all remember the investigative journalist? You all remember the investigative journalist that I told you about? That was reporting on the stuff about Diddy and Tupac? Did y'all know that man died just months ago? Did y'all know that man is dead? I find this all interesting. Right after Dwayne Keefe D. Davis was arrested, right after he was arrested. So I find this all interesting. But hold on, because I'm going to show you the TikTok. Like stuff, everyone, please like and share. And we're going to talk more about Tupac's death on Monday, okay? Because I got more receipts. Ahmadiyyah Shakur. Many of us have long suspected that Diddy had something to do with the slaying of Tupac Shakur. Now, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who goes to trial for the red rum of Tupac on November the 4th of this year, said that Diddy paid $1 million for it to be carried out. And when it was over, he contacted Diddy to let him know the job was finished. Well, what about the incident that happened at Quad Studio? You see, there was a journalist by the name of Chuck Phillips who wrote a report saying that Diddy had something to do with it. But then that had to be retracted, and he had to issue an apology. Let's get into it. When Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Chuck Phillips wrote this report, he said that he had FBI documents that linked Diddy to the case, said that it was from witnesses who were there at the scene, as well as informants who spoke with the feds. Later, it came out that this was untrue, as I said. Now, I thought to myself, if this man was a journalist who won a Pulitzer Prize, you mean to tell me he didn't authenticate the documents first? You mean to tell me he didn't double-check, fact-check to make sure they were legitimate? Well, according to him, he said that he had a former FBI agent look over the documents, and he was told by this former agent that they were absolutely legitimate, that they at least appeared to be legitimate. So a former agent wouldn't know real FBI documents when he saw them. A Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist wouldn't know real documents when he saw them. Please pay attention. Later, it came out that a supposed con man fabricated the documents. It also was later reported that the documents seemed to be fake, that they appeared to be fake because they were supposedly printed by a typewriter rather than on a computer. Now, here's my question. If they appeared to be fake, how did journalists who, mind you, won a Pulitzer Prize, Chuck Phillips, how did he not notice this? How did he not think they were fake? How did the former agent who looked at them and checked them out not know or think they were fake? Okay, it doesn't sound plausible to me, and it doesn't really make sense. And when things don't make sense, well, I tend to think that's lies. Please pay attention. Let's not forget that Tupac said that he thought Diddy had something to do with it, and he claimed to have had proof.
So, do you think Puffy was involved in the shooting?
Only they can answer that question. I have my
and say things that I knew. You know what I mean? I believe so. I do believe so. I have proof things that I can say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about. You know what I mean? It's between me and him, and only he knows. So anytime he say it didn't happen, that's the only thing that makes this become an issue to everybody.
When Dwayne Keefe Davis's trial comes up November the 4th, they won't be able to question journalist Chuck Phillips. You see, because he's passed away. Charles Allen Phillips passed away on January of 2024. He was an American writer and journalist, and he was best known for his investigative reporting in the Los Angeles Times on the culture, corruption, and crime in the music industry during the 1990s and the 2000s, which garnered both awards and controversy. Please pay attention. Dwayne Keefe Davis was arrested in September of 2023 in connection with the slaying of Tupac. Journalist Chuck Phillips passed away January of 2024. What I find interesting is that no exact date or cause of death was listed for his demise. In a book written by John Potash, the author seems to think that Tupac was targeted by the same people that Kanye alleges that Diddy made a deal with.
Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, all you fake hard you. Wait, hold on. All you fake hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't give you can't nobody anyway, and the reason why you got talks because you did a deal, you fan.
I don't know if Diddy made a deal or not, but if he did, wouldn't that make sense as to why he was never brought up on charges for what happened at Quad Studios or what happened in Las Vegas in September of 1996 when Tupac lost his life? But please pay attention. I think that journalist Chuck Phillips and the former agent who looked over those documents absolutely knew what they were talking about. I don't think they were fake. And I also want to bring attention to Tupac's demise because everyone's talking about the SA allegations and the lawsuits currently against Diddy, but I don't want the story of Tupac's life and his death to get lost in the shuffle. Please pay attention. Okay. This is all nefarious, okay? This is all crazy. So that man's dead. Just a couple of months after Dwayne Keefe Davis is arrested. Here's the thing. You will see on Monday that I have video of that same journalist, and he's saying some stuff. And here's the thing. Because a lot of people back then were saying they thought Suge Knight had something to do with it, which I thought was crazy. Because why would Suge Knight be in the car with Tupac when he got assassinated if Suge Knight is the one who set it up? Who's going to put themselves in harm's way? But you see, that was a narrative that was painted by the media and some police. And why do you think they would paint that narrative? Could it be that they didn't want anyone to be really looking at Diddy, who I believe was the actual culprit, and I believe exactly what Dwayne Keefe Davis said and what other witnesses have allegedly seen. All right? So we're going to get into that and deep dive into it on Monday. So please pay attention. All right? So everyone, you love y'all said true that. Don't let it get lost in the sauce. Exactly, beloved. Okay? Yeah, we're going to be talking about that on Monday. And we're going to finish up those documents that I have, Freedom of Information Act documents, and then we're going to talk about it, okay? And I also have documents for Biggie as well. FBI documents for Biggie as well. Something else I wanted to say. Let's not forget, okay? I want you all to pay attention in case you're wondering, why would Faheem Muhammad, if he was or is an agent, why would he be gathering intel on Michael Jackson? You may want to know. Now, I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying that I think he is. But why would he be gathering intel on Michael? Let's not forget the lies that were told on Michael when they were accusing Michael of certain things. But what they didn't say out loud was that Michael was acquitted and there was absolutely no evidence found to substantiate those frivolous claims. Okay? There was no evidence found. So maybe they were trying to gather some other dirt on Michael. Who knows? But we already know that the feds were allegedly gathering information on Michael for about a decade. Did you all know that? About a whole decade, all right, gathered information on this man. And then you have people like Oprah Winfrey. Okay, yeah, and here's the thing. Interestingly enough, as I was doing my research, I found something that she's connected to as well that goes along with all this shady stuff. And so we're going to talk about it all next week. All right, in the meantime, between time, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your strong end. And once in the chat, if any of you have gone to see Tasha K's show, have any of you gone to see Tasha K's show? Because I'm going to see it. I'm going to see Tasha K's show. All right. Rick said because the FBI couldn't find anything in over 200 documents. Exactly. Radio said, this is a lie, Queen. I know it is, beloved. Oh, Christy Wine, I love you too, beloved. Rick said, great broadcast, Queen. Thank you. So nobody's going to see Tasha K? They're still gathering information and hating on Michael, said Mission Vision. Yes, absolutely. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. Well, I'm going to see her, so I'll tell you all about it, okay? I'm going to see her, me and my best friend. Okay. Christy One Love said, you thought about getting in the show? Go ahead and get in it, Christy One Love. Get in the show. Byron said, I'm good. Byron, sit down somewhere. Okay, I'm going to go support Tasha K. I know I go in on her sometimes when she says stuff I don't like when she called Keke Palmer a Karen. But I actually like Tasha K. So, yes, I'm going to support her. Okay, so Sierra said she only has one so far. You mean, what do you mean one show? Well, she's got two here in Atlanta. She's got one tonight, I do believe, and then tonight and tomorrow. Okay, Chris One Love said you're a whiner. Okay, all right. And so with that all being said, listen, everyone please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Thank you. We the people said great broadcast. Thank you. Reggie said tell me about it. You know I will. Okay, Sierra said had one so far in Florida. Okay, all right. And so listen, I love you all to life. You all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of your strong ends. And I will see you all on Monday, okay, for your morning wake-up calls. And also, if you have not joined the spiritual channel, Queen Ahmadiyyah TV, More Than Meets a Third Eye, please go and join that channel. And if you haven't been following the backup channel, the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show, please join that also, all right? You don't have to watch the broadcast, you don't have to always catch them live. You can watch them on the replay. But just make sure y'all watch, all right? So with that all being said, I wish y'all love, peace. And also, make sure you follow Lisa Cabrera, okay? Go and follow Lisa Cabrera's channel. And until next time, beloveds, I love you all to life. Each one, teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember to keep the Most High first in your lives. All right? Until next time, beloveds. Peace.
Hit him with that flavor. All in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got